It is 20 after 4 on the Upside on Channel Africa. And if you didn't know, it is World Chocolate Day. Woo! And we are celebrating World Chocolate Day with our friends from KitKat. Joining us now is the Senior Brand Manager for Nestlé KitKat in East and Southern Africa, Miss Kina Mkize. Chatting all things, taking a break, KitKat, yes. F1, and World Chocolate Day. Welcome, ma'am.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having
me.
So
excited. Okay, let's start by chatting World Chocolate Day and KitKat, because we've seen KitKat over the years, but chat to us about the evolution of KitKat and where we are at this stage in our lives as a brand.
I think with such a heritage brand, I mean, it's been there for around 80 years.
Wow.
That's a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Globally, within Africa, it's built also quite a good heritage as well. Have a break, have a KitKat. I mean, that sits in your mind all the time. And I think with such a heritage brand, it's up to us to remind you about things like World Chocolate Day. World Chocolate Day, it's not just about the chocolate, but it's also about a moment to yourself and a moment to indulge. So I think that's part of what World Chocolate Day should look like. And we are the right brand to be speaking about it, because it's all about taking a break and a moment to yourself, like I'm saying, and indulging. That's exactly why we are punting World Chocolate Day this year.
And as much as globally, you know, KitKat represents a particular thing, I feel like the moment I hear East or Southern Africa, what are some of the conversations you guys are having at the table about the brand strategy, especially in particular Africa and where Africa is right now creatively?
I think growth. Africa is all about growth. And I think if you're not investing in Africa and you're not part of Africa's conversations, you're already behind. And I think that's where we're moving into. We're really moving into a space where it's African content. A lot of our content creators are having, you know, looking like us now, you know, not just the European vibe, right? So we've been very, very specific to say we want content creators from our continent creating stuff for our brand too. So I think that's the exciting part about where we are with KitKat now in Eastern and Southern Africa.
Speaking of Africa, though, the race is on to get Formula One on the continent. It's between South Africa, Kigali. We are fighting whoever is coming to take it. I actually don't mind where it happens, but I want to chat about KitKat's involvement, because there's been so many brands tapping into F1 in the last 2 years. Why, as a chocolate brand, did you see it fitting that you collaborate and be part of the F1 space?
I think F1 is growing. It's a sport that's growing. I mean, of course, there's soccer and rugby, and those are amazing. But I think a lot of the Gen Z and the young people are really exhilarated by a sport that has so much passion and excitement. And the funny thing is, we were seeing that as a juxtaposition. We're seeing your life, everything about your life is always moving so quickly. KitKat comes in as the pit stop. We come in as the KitKat crew, the pit crew. We're telling you, okay, we see you, do your thing, but also don't forget, you need to do your pit stop. And then you can keep going. So for the brand, it's quite strategic. It's right with the Gen Z market. It's a sport that's growing. This is a space we need to be in.
It's actually pretty exciting to hear that now. It's almost like almost like an ignored element is now you guys are taking charge of that. You know, the fact that the pits stop, people view that for about 6 to 8 seconds and then it's done. But now you're saying in that time have this particular thing. But also the association of luxury to F1 as well. What's the strategy? What's the conversation around that?
Well, KitKat's always been a very aspirational brand, aspirational chocolate brand. I think we also try to show that as best as we can, but I think that's where we're in. I remember briefing to the agencies, and I said, guys, lifestyle. That's what that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring lifestyle to this whole game. So I think that's what we're working with, is aspirational lifestyle. And that's the elements of the brand as well. Yes, take a break, but you know,
bring the sass and bring the sexiness. You touched on a really important point, especially when it comes to F1. Not only is F1 growing on the continent, but it's also growing amongst women, and women of color. And that's been the the focus of many a brand, but also the F1 community. They realize that women are actually driving the growth in F1 at the moment. Speak to us about how important that is as a brand in Africa to also be front and center there.
Our content creators mostly are women. Almost all of them actually were women. And it was so hard to have that conversation because it's, okay, yes, men know the technical side of the sport. It's not that women don't. It's just that they're so into the engine and the whatnot. But because women are growing in the sport, we want to hear the female voices. And I think that's what we did with our content creators. We said, okay, let's use women. Let's do that. And you'll see some of that content on social media, but they're using their voices to say how they feel about the sport, how they experience the sport. We want to take consumers, and I'm hoping there's a lot of women going. We want to take consumers over there to also experience the sport. So women have been front and center. As a girly power wearing Formula One, it's been exciting for even our teams backing us to say, go ladies. It's a team of two ladies just moving. So I think that's the exciting part about having the female voice as well as part of the conversation, a part of the sport. So yeah.
So what do the activations now look like? Like, that's the exciting part.
Our activation, so budget, budget is a vibe. We've had simulations. So we started in campuses, like we're saying, Gen Zs. They're also following the sport, so we wanted to be there as well. So we started at the campuses.
Yes, saw that with Zingmalo.
Yes, and then we went on to the in-store. And I think with the in-store, it was very different. We didn't want to just have a space where people just come to the thing and, hey, we sell KitKat and the normal generic stuff. We said, while you're shopping, we'll give you a break. So we'll drive your trolley for you. We're not gonna bother you too much. We're just here to help you. Hi, you trying to get, I'm gonna help you through what do you need? Do you need veggies? Let me go get them and then I'll come back to you. So that's how our activations have been going in store. Right now we have a few things coming. I don't want to spill too much, but hopefully you'll see us with the right partners and there'll be a nice simulator car moving around the country. So we want to do a lot more. We're in this partnership for quite a while, so there's a lot of fun stuff coming. But yeah.
So let's chat about what we were chatting about off air, which is the Kim Kardashian effect. When it comes to F1, she has done what she would do in any space, which is bring the sass, the sexiness, and also perfect timing.
Yes.
Because not only is Lewis driving for Ferrari and chasing an 8th championship, he's doing it in red, and KitKat is also red. Are you guys super happy about that? Are you particularly hoping that he gets that 8th championship? And the red is just coinciding.
The coincidence is great. We are loving it. We are well, I'll say I'm backing him. I don't want to say but I'm backing him. We definitely want him to win because it'll be great. It'll be a great look. But yeah, it is like you're saying, it's perfect timing. Like she's saying, she's bringing the lifestyle and he's bringing in the sports, and now we're moving. Finally, he's getting podium. We're going forward. That's what we want to see. He's 3rd, so we want to see him move up to the top. So yeah.
Absolutely exciting stuff, man.
Kina Mkize, thank you so much for joining us on World Chocolate Day to chat everything KitKat and, of course, F1. What would you like to see in terms of what's happening on the continent when it comes to F1 as a brand? What are some of your key goals that you envisage?
What I'd like to see on the continent, I think with F1, like you've mentioned, a lot of us are in the space, and I think it would be nice for a lot of the brands to come together. I think us connecting, and we kind of doing divided work, and I feel like there's something there with us. There's a gold spark that we can all do when we move together and we take over the continent as F1 and brands, and there's a lot we could do. Yeah.
Hoping, dreaming, praying. Kina Mkize, the Senior Brand Manager for Nestlé KitKat in East and Southern Africa. Thank you for joining us on The Upside on Channel Africa.
Thank you for having me.
Speaking